Ayo, ayo.
Oh yeah, let's fucking get it, boys. First episode.
First episode. I'm nervous but excited. This is the first installment of Polaris X Radio. We talk about whatever we want. We play some good heavy jams, and we just vibe out.
Just vibing out. Just vibing out.
I
Hang
know,
on,
man.
let's see what the heck happens. Sync connecting.
It's connecting.
I don't know what the fuck's happening.
I don't know. This is our first time. Oh, we're getting a thumbs up. Is that John?
Yo, John.
Yo, John, boy. Send a message, John.
Say yo, spaghetti yo. Alright, cool.
What is this? So there's the two buttons like under your name. It says, there's the arrows. I'm not sure what the arrows means.
Yeah, you could share.
Arrows means like share, but then there's the microphone one. It says audio messages from your followers. Your listeners can talk while use. Okay.
Send audio messages. Alright, cool. Yo, John, can you send something just to see? Because I want to see how this works. Just like say something.
Yeah, just so we know, since we've never tested this before.
Yeah, this is a test episode. Gotta make sure everything works.
We're gonna learn just the basics of it, and then I'm sure we're gonna master it as time goes on.
Oh, here, okay. I got a 1. Can you play it?
Peep, yo, welcome. Let's rock.
Yo, man! Oh my God, John, I miss your voice so much.
Let's rock.
Hey, yo, let's fucking do this, man. I'm excited. All right, so other than that, is there any other buttons that we need to learn?
Pretty much, that's the only button.
Yeah, that and the end live and the mute.
All right. I'm gonna like play some music. Ready?
All right, no problem. What's
All
the
right.
first song we're playing?
All right.
Well, do you want to talk first, or do we play music a bit after?
What did you want to talk about?
I don't know. Well, tell me what you got planned for the weekend, at least. Just start off with some small talk.
All right, sure. Let's with this weekend. It's a nice and boring, nice and home. Nice and boring, nice and boring. I'm just freaking watching videos for school. That's all I'm doing. You?
Well, I might go downtown tomorrow and Sunday. Yeah, COVID Central.
COVID Central. Why? Where you gonna go downtown for?
Probably gonna go to Cheap Throws, but my sister wants to tag along because she wants me to buy her weed from the SQDC.
Are you serious?
Yeah, I did it for her last time. She gave me her vanilla card, like the vanilla Visa card. She's like, buy me. And I was like, oh, fuck. And so like I went and I was like, I just told the guy, look, what's some strong stuff you have? Just for, and there was one, she wanted like a specific kind of weed, but I got the one with the funniest name. It was called Where's My Bike? And like I smoked with her a few times. It's pretty funny, man. But goddamn, like even last night I smoked with my cousin. I could never be like a smoker. I don't know how to inhale.
Since when are you smoking weed? This is the first time I'm hearing of this. That you're starting. Well, I know you smoked with your ex a few times, but like now it's like it's a regular thing with you.
No, it's like once in a blue moon.
Okay, you're like, I smoked last night. I'm gonna go tomorrow to buy more.
No, that's because my sister said that her stash is running low. Like you know how many times she asked me, "Hey, do you want to smoke?" And I tell her no. Like, Trust
So
me, I'm
you-
not gonna be like Bob Marley or like Snoop Dogg, where it's an everyday thing. I can't. Like I said, you know how much I cough? Oh my god, it's horrible. Yeah.
What the fuck?
And then I think I might see my Nona Sunday. Other than that, but that's not confirmed. So I don't know. Sunday I always hate. It's always Saturday's the perfect day because work's done, and then you get an extra day off. But then Sunday, it's like I get the day off, but then I gotta go back. I tell you, 2 days is not enough, man.
No, man, it's not. Like, so you're saying, are you saying your sister smokes more than you now?
Apparently, she's been doing it since 14.
What?
Yeah, I don't know.
Like, what else has she been hiding? What the
What else have what I've been hiding? What do you mean?
hell? Alright, well, that's dopey. And this is a very, very good transition into our first song. Because this first song is called Dopey. And it's by Witchyrich.
Well, is that a Montreal local?
It's our only listeners.
Oh, it's Jons. Hey, John, this is what, project number 46? Hey, I'm excited. I always love hearing John's projects.
Yeah. All right.
I just got a notification. Did you hear any buzzing from your side?
No, I think your connection is like going out.
Okay, I'm just gonna put my phone, like the notification ringer, on silence, just so in case there's an interference.
Sounds good. In the
Right.
meantime, let's get into the first official song on the podcast. Fucking go. Let's
Are we?
rock, boy.
Just one question. Are we?
What did you say?
I was gonna say, how many songs are we doing? Are we just gonna play this one and then we're gonna talk some more and then one, or how?
Yeah, I was thinking like, okay, we play this, and then Polaris the song ends, and then we go back into talking. So it'll be like
Okay.
1 minute.
I feel like for our first official episode, we can play like 3, 4 songs, and then we can get back into like once we have our topics all together.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, but this
Yeah.
is like right. Let's see if it works.
Well, but let's
Right.
play our first song that we'll ever play on this podcast.
All right. Thanks for sharing the podcast, John. On Insta. All right.
damn.
Let's fucking go.
Let's do this.
Lesser man, I've noted that bite. Double pretends that he doesn't know why. His life is in shreds, ripped up into rags. How did it get here? Oh, how did it get? Sleeping dogs, he lets them lie. Truth be told, I have no sense of smell. Couldn't tell a man from a canine. out now, he's going berserk. Watch out now. Tune up, night owls after night owls. Watch out now.
All right.
Yeah, that's the first song we've ever played as a test, man. That's amazing.
Welcome back. It's Robert Downey Jr. and his friend Tony Stark.
Yeah, we're not the same people. Actually, I have a question for John. I hope he's still there listening. So here's my question. John, you've always you have so many different projects and they all sound so different. I mean, I remember listening to Zorgon Sounds, the first bits, and it would sound like some experimental Buckethead stuff, and then you have stuff like Phone Sex, which even from the riffs just to the album covers, I mean, they were much darker. My question for you though is what is the creative process to create like a piece?
With Phone Sex, that ended a few months ago, and the singer left, and me and the guitar player pretty much we jam whenever we can. In Blister Sister and Witchyrich, I do the riff writing and stuff, the nice guitars. But the creative process, I don't know. It just comes from trying to rip off something and then you kind of make it your own. That's how I do it. But right now I'm only in 3 projects or something. 3 projects going on.
Only 3, and the classic.
Only 3.
The classic, you yoink it from somebody and twist it up and make it yourself. Nothing better to do. That's the way to get around these days. The yoink and twist.
When you think about it, that's how you always draw stuff from your influences. I mean, there's a lot of bands. I mean, how many metalcore bands have legit copied Meshuggah's riff writing style, just a lot less complex. I mean, imitation is one of the biggest forms of flattery. But the great part about, especially what John does, is that, like he says, you copy something, but then you make it your own. The best way is you start off as a copy, and then you just sound completely different, but also keeping your inspirations. I feel like that's the best way. That's the best creative process, and I see that through John a lot.
Yeah, I mean, you take from your influences, you learn a riff, you start playing guitar, you learn riffs, and then you're like, all right, I'm going to take this knowledge, put it into my own, and that's it. And then you go from there, and then you end up doing 3 projects at the same time. There you go.
I cannot tell you a single band that has not been influenced by someone else, that have been 100% completely original. Everyone has something that they look up to. I mean, a lot of the early thrash bands looked up to the new wave of British heavy metal bands like Iron Maiden and Judas Priest. I mean, death metal that draws from thrash metal that just wanted to be heavier. Grindcore, I mean, that's a mixture of death metal, thrash metal, noise, industrial. I mean, you always have influences going on. It's hard to create something truly original. That's the thing. So the best way is, like John said, you take something that and then you make it your own. It's like sampling. A lot of rap music does that, where they flip the sample to try to make it something original, but I get the best thing about rock music is that you're not just copying, you're making something completely different.
But yeah, I mean, I feel like everything, the Beatles did it first, right? Everything basically comes from the Beatles, right? You look at the Beatles, you go 10 years later, you find the band there. I'm sure their influences from the Beatles, and then it evolved from there. Next thing you know, you get Black Sabbath. Then everybody is like, "Oh my god, let's do this." So every song now, I feel, is just a cover of a Black Sabbath song, either more djent like, or more just an extended version of one of those songs that they did.
I think it goes beyond the Beatles because a lot of like the British rock scene in the '60s, they were influenced by a lot of black singers in the blues. And I mean, what's his name? Chuck Berry. I mean, a lot of people point to him as like the first person to create rock and roll. Yeah. I don't know the exact facts about that, but I would say that's pretty bang on. And even then, a lot of metal music draws inspirations from classical. I mean, it goes all the way back.
Yeah, I definitely. I remember. I don't know if I told the story to you, but one day I was coming home from school, and I was going to Dawson, and I was there was a guy behind me, and he was like playing like some rock song. I was like, "Yeah, you got some fucking taste, man. It's fucking good." And then there was this random teacher that I never read before, and he's like, "Oh yeah, so you like that type of music?" And then he just started talking to me, and then we started talking, and he was a humanities teacher, and he was saying, okay, in textbooks in 50 years, what rock singer do you think is gonna be in the textbooks? And he said, oh, it's not the Beatles. And then he made an argument for Chuck Berry, and it's for the reasons that you said before. It's like because he's like classic and stuff. I forget what he said, but I was like, I have no idea what you're talking about. But yes, I agree with you. You didn't know who the hell Chuck Berry was. So then I went home and then I like researched it a bit, and then I was like, oh yeah, I could see this.
That was actually because it's funny. I was actually gonna ask you in because you said like what musicians would be put into the
textbook.
In textbooks from 50 years from now. Dude, I'm gonna be honest. I don't see a lot of like rock bands like from now being as big as the Rolling Stones, and like in 50 years, I feel like we're not gonna have like a Beatles or our own Rolling Stones. Like
no,
I don't see I see a lot of underground success. Like like a lot of new death metal bands, especially that pull from like the old school death metal scene. I mean, and even then on.
We have Greta Van Fleet. They're here to save mankind and rock and roll.
Yeah, by ripping off Led Zeppelin.
Yeah, the freaking Led Zeppelin's a ripoff. Yeah, like I haven't heard their name spoken, the Greta Van Fleet, in like a few years now. Like I forgot about them, to be completely honest, until right now, until John just said it. But like, yeah, I'm just fucking like, what the fuck? Like, you don't think about that shit, and unless you're a big Led Zeppelin fan. You're like, oh yeah, Greta Van Fleet. Think about them every second day the way I wake up. Yeah.
What's the thing too? I never liked them. One, just because I never really got into them. But also, they ripped off Led Zeppelin like heavily. I mean, there's times where I'm like, what Led Zeppelin song this is? And my dad say, it's actually Greta Van Fleet. And it's like, I don't know, man. Like, it's okay. I mean, I understand having your influences worn on your sleeve, but I mean, if I can't distinguish you, that's a problem, man.
Yeah, but I mean, the people who listen to Greta Van Fleet for the first time and who don't know about Led Zeppelin, like that's like okay. And then do they say, "Oh, Led Zeppelin ripped off Greta Van Fleet," and does it go the other way for them? Because that's what they know. It's like, what the fuck.
That does bring a good point up. Since like we'll never be able to see Led Zeppelin live. I mean, they're kind of like the best new thing, like that fills that void.
Yeah.
But at the same time, I don't see them being like something we talk about in 50 years from now, like the same way like our dads talk about rock music. I feel like it's a lot more pop singers. I mean, if you said Ariana Grande or Drake or something. Oh my god, yeah, for sure. Because look how huge they are. But I mean, a lot of the bands, especially that I listen to, I mean, I acknowledge like a lot of like bands like from Japan, like I don't know, kind of like Unholy Grave or even Napalm Death, which is like a pretty big name in extreme metal. They're never gonna make it to like number one, but they got so much underground respect and attention. See, that's a good part about the metal community is that even like for small bands, I mean, they're supportive.
Yeah, I mean, you look at the like Trivium, right? It's like they started from nothing, and then next thing you know, they start collaborating with all these YouTubers, and then next thing you know, Jared Dines is performing with them and live, and then they get all this recognition, and then everything comes together, and it's like massive support. It doesn't matter, like talent recognizes talent, you know, and they got some good shit.
They do. I don't know. I actually got to see them live at Heavy Metal Montreal 2018 Trivium with my aunt, and we were tired, so we didn't have any energy. But man, like Trivium, they put on a great show. They have great songs. They're legit one of the few bands like from like that are as big as they are that I listen to. They're really good. They put on a great show, and I don't know. Like I've never had any freaking problems with them. I've never listened to their entire discography, but Trivium I genuinely like enjoy listening to.
Yeah, I mean, yes. Okay.
Yeah,
so
good job.
I started getting into them like a few days ago because I was looking for new shit to listen to, and then like they came up, and I was like, oh yeah, it's true. Didn't Jared Dines like do something with them? And then I listened to that concert, and then I listened to another one that they did live, and it was like a concert they did in Spain. It was like Resurrection Fest or something. But
yeah,
it was pretty good. Like I enjoyed it a lot, and I think I'm gonna go listen to it a bit more. It's like,
hey John, what new bands are you listening to? Also, John, did you hear the new Voivod album? I didn't get to. Yeah, that's where it's not. What was I gonna say? Is there any projects that you're looking forward to from like bands or Metallica? Like, did they announce anything?
no, there's nothing. They say that they're recording, and they say that they're recorded during a quarantine. Like the last thing they did was Blackened Acoustic, which is a quarantine thing that they did. But I don't think they're doing anything. I think they are recording, but they're just not sharing what like they're doing.
I know that they released like an album with the symphony again. Like I know they like that was in stores. I remember seeing.
Yeah, that was last year or the year before. I was at S&M.
By new Voivod, you mean the one that came out like a year and a half ago or like 2018? Because if so, yeah. I thought it was pretty good. I thought the songs were like a bit too long, but I was like, all right. New bands, I don't know. I've been listening to like really like bad rock on purpose. Just these like Motley Crue and like all the hair bands, Rat, and like so and kind of like I don't know, like some 80s rock music and pop music, and that's it really. I've been in that for like a few months, and I don't think I'm gonna leave it soon. I've been in a phase like that, so.
I mean, sure, we all go through phases where we listen. Like when I was in high school, I was like when I was starting to get into extreme metal, I used to be like huge death metal binge, huge grindcore binge, huge black metal binge, huge sludge metal, then huge like rap and hip hop, and then I always circle back to metal. But no, I know exactly what you mean. These huge phases.
Yes, and we have to do a show where, like, okay, you have to say, okay, this is sludge metal, and then you play me a clip of sludge metal, then you go, okay, this is grindcore. Because, like, I know all these names, but I don't know what they sound like. We have to do an
Yeah,
episode with just that, where I'm just like, oh, okay, and then I can like give my thoughts on it or something. Because like,
grindcore just basically sounds like death metal and thrash metal sped up, and it's like 30 seconds.
which is good. I mean, we can talk about it all we want, but I need to experience it. So I feel like
Yeah.
that'd be a good episode.
Yeah, so you can stop listening to only Metallica and AC/DC.
Yo, John, Lipstick Rock 2 confirmed. You just listen to that, because that album that he did with Blister Sister is just.
Is that the one where he pretend to do a commercial? Said, "Hi, I'm Robert Downey Jr."
Yeah, welcome back.
Yeah,
welcome
that album's actually pretty fucking good, man.
back. This is the top 5 Batman supervillains. I put Bane number 2, Joker number 1.
There's actually 2 projects that I'm looking forward to. Actually, today, I Hate God released their new album. What is it called? The album's called A History of Nomadic Behavior. Last time they released a studio album was 2014. They do not drop often.
Oh man, that's a long time ago.
I know.
Actually, I had this crazy idea. Instead of doing Lipstick Rock 2, I was actually at the rehearsal room a few hours ago, and I came up with this idea of doing a opera, like a rock opera. Instead of Lipstick Rock 2, I want the songs to tell something, and I want to do a short film where all the songs that are in the rock opera are used in the film. And I don't know like who the characters are or what the main thing is, but I know it's gonna be like extremely over the top. And so I thought you guys should know that because you brought up the magnificent record known as Lipstick Rock.
Oh yeah,
that sounds so cool. Oh man, that sounds like a great. John just sent me something. He's like, "This is a good grindcore movie. I'm gonna listen to it later." Slave
What
the
movie?
Grind, full documentary.
Oh, you know how many times I fucking watched that? Oh my god, I love that. Yeah, they show a lot more underground bands than like some of the big bands like Napalm Death or Early Carcass. But John, is it gonna be influenced by not influenced, but when you say rock opera, like at what level? Are we talking like A Day at the Opera by Queen or like The Wall by like Pink Floyd? Because those are some massive albums with some like cohesive.
Are we talking SNM2? Fucking Metallica Symphony.
Dude, if anyone's, no one else is listening, it's just us. But in case someone wants to re-listen to this, because I think we can save our
I'm pretty sure
episodes, right?
Yeah.
Well, if anyone wants to ever check this out again, follow Zorgon Sounds on YouTube. Honestly, experimental music for crazy freaks.
Now? It's Zorgon Records now.
Oh, Zorgon Records. Sorry. I'm uncultured. But so I was saying is that I Hate God released their new album today, History of Nomadic Behavior. They don't drop often. I listened to a few songs so far, and it's just okay. So I'm hoping it gets better.
How long is the album? How many songs?
I'm not sure. It's like 40. It's quite a few songs. It's like 41 minutes in total.
Not bad.
Not bad. And then there's another album coming soon, sometime in March, I believe. It's by a band called Genghis Tron, and these guys released an album called, I think, Board Up the House or something like that, which was an interesting mix of electronic and metalcore and mathcore. And this one seems to be, it sounds like Deftones, but more mathy. So I'm actually excited for that.
What the fuck is mathcore? What the hell?
Oh, okay. Well, hey, history lesson.
Oh my god.
So a lot of, whenever you hear like a genre with core usually means hardcore, which refers to hardcore punk.
Yeah.
So That's why when you hear stuff like thrashcore, it's like thrash metal with more hardcore influences. Kind of like, I don't know if you heard the term crossover thrash, but it's a crossover with hardcore punk and thrash. Mathcore, it sounds very how do you say? It sounds very hardcore-ish, but with very skronky and like screechy guitar riffs and very complex patterns. That's the best way I can describe it. Like Dillinger Escape Plan, early Converge.
Okay. Like when you say mathcore, the first thing I think of is like what it's 2 guitars and then you get 1 + 1 = 2.
Of course, yes, definitely. Yeah, let's hear what John has to say.
Yeah. Okay,
The Lipstick Rock 2 thing, yeah, it's gonna be like a mix of those two bands that you mentioned, like, but I don't want it all to be like fucking hard and heavy riffs and the high voice. I want to experiment with it and sort of make a film, but you listen to it, right? Like a movie that you listen to, and obviously it's gonna be over the top and just like super dumb, and yeah, that's it.
Well, John, if you need actors, me and Justin are very experienced in that field because we did Leg and we did a bunch of other shit as well.
I'm not saying we're good. I'm just saying.
Well, it is gonna be fucking funny.
I've actually, when I was early high school, I used to be part of something called On Stage, it was like an acting class, and we actually filmed movies.
What?
So, and I remember going to an acting camp during the summer a few times from this place. It's now been, actually.
Wow.
Yeah. Oh yeah. Thanks. That is good to know, actually, because I feel like once all the songs are done, that's when I want to film it, and it will be good to have like as many people as possible. So.
Yeah, I'm so excited for this, man. It's gonna be so cool.
Dude, honestly, I'm always down to help a homie out. Plus, I mean, we get to see him again. Like, that would be amazing.
Yeah, I mean, I think the last time we were all together was with the Usman, right?
Yeah. Oh my God, it's true. Yeah, that was fun.
Yeah.
Helping him film the horror movie. Yeah.
That he didn't write beforehand.
Yeah, it was just all on the spot. That was the best thing ever, dude.
Oh my God.
Last time I talked to Usman, I don't think he ended up scrapping that idea because I don't think he's in that field. I'm not sure what he's doing in I don't know if he's in uni or college still. I keep forgetting. But I don't think that movie ended up not getting used from what I remember, which is a fucking shame because we had so much fun.
Yeah, we did. We had a lot of fun filming that, but it's whatever. I mean, he had like the whole camera set up. He had the Rode microphone and like all the costumes ready and everything. But like,
yeah, I mean, I brought my gas mask, the army hat, the army helmet, my combat knife.
Yeah. It's funny because like that's the last time I think we also saw Dante because he was there.
Yeah.
No, it wasn't Dante. It was David.
Yeah, David. Well, he lives not too far from Usman and from me, so I could see him like whenever, but it's just a timing thing.
Yeah.
He did send me one copy of the movie, like a version of it, and I'm gonna ask him if I could upload it on my channel or if he would upload it. Because yeah, I think it's a shame that like we put this work into it and then it's kind of like, well, like we don't really know where it is or we don't know how it looks like. So I'll ask him about that.
Yo, it's awesome.
Oh yeah, dude, for sure.
Yo, that would be so fucking funny to rewatch. Cause I remember we had a blast filming that.
Yeah, I mean, it was not put together the best, but oh my God, that was one of the most fun times during the summer.
Yeah.
Oh, for sure.
You know, John, me and Justin are planning to do a leg 2, leg squared.
Does he know about leg?
No, I don't. Well, leg it's gel backwards, and that's like one of the first videos I uploaded on my YouTube channel. and it was for a high school project that me and Justin did for media class, and we had to do a commercial. So me and Justin were planning to do Legs Squared. So I don't know what's gonna happen with that, but like I'll be sick. I want to try to incorporate maybe like some music into it, but I don't know how that would work or not. Like if like we can make like a song, like a theme song, like that can go at the end.
Yeah.
Yes, I remember. I remember you
Oh, he does
mentioning
remember.
Leg 2.
Like Legs Squared.
Legs Squared.
Yo, that would be sick. I am so down to fucking help out with that. Oh yeah.
Yeah, that'd be fucking cool. Yeah, but I'm more excited for this opera thing you have planned, John. Like, it sounds really, really fun. Like, you sound like you have everything like in your head. Everything's like thought out, and you're like, all right, it's gonna look like this. And now, like, it's gonna be cool to try to like make it come to life.
The best part about John, like, is that he's a really creative guy. Like, he not only is he a really funny guy, but he's also really creative, always looking outside the box, and that's like the greatest artistic vision that I think anyone could have. And John has that quality. That's like a top 3 quality of him. He's a cool guy. He's funny. He's creative.
Epic. John tier list.
John is an S tier human being. That's simple. And that's straight facts.
I definitely agree.
Hey, do you want to play another song from our playlist?
Yeah, I think we have to play Blister Sister and Lipstick Rock.
Yeah. Well, are we doing just one? We're gonna do one song or two?
Yeah. I'm gonna play one song from it. It'll be a surprise because I don't know what song I'm gonna play. I'm just gonna pick one.
Okay, no problem.
All right, here we go. Let's see if it's gonna sound better this time. So,
all right, make sure you play the Polaris thing too before every song.
Oh, yeah. Okay, you ready?
Yeah. What song? Fuck yes.
These ladies up there ever want a good one to Jesse Eisenberg?
Thank you, thanks. You know, I wish I could be in the podcast somehow because it's hard to like send a message and then blah blah do all that stuff. But thank you very much. Also, yeah, I did have kind of a theme for where I wanted the opera to go. Like I wanted it to be like an alien that is in like a popular rock band, or kind of like an alien that discovers all these old rock bands that Earth used to have, and he essentially shows like his kind of like the people around him what this is, and then they do a band and they get like super well known. But then what happens is the alien gets all like just like because of all the fame, you know, like he ruins his life with like all the girls and the booze and the drugs, and then he kills himself at the end. That was my first concept, but I'm not sure if I'm gonna go through with it, but I thought it would be funny to let you guys know.
Yeah, that's some filthy Frank shit. Like he just does a bunch of drugs. He's got a bunch of strippers.
Wait, we'll talk about it more after, because I definitely got some points for that. But let's play our second song of our testing.
All right, this is Lex Luthor.
All right, and the next track is Lex Luthor by a band called Blister Sister. Lex Luthor rules. Let's rock this track. Rock and sock. Sock in a rock. Ready to rock.
And you use both of us to locate the missing genomes.
The man, the myth,
The legend. It's time for
Hell yeah. Yeah, one point I wanted to bring up, John, is like it's a really cool concept, but I think because I know David Bowie had a concept album like that where an alien joins a rock band, and it's also really similar to a Marilyn Manson album, like my favorite one called Mechanical Animals, where he's an alien that descends from an unknown planet onto Earth, I believe. And he joins a rock band and he gets consumed by all the drugs and the fame and whatever. So I'm not saying it's a bad idea, but it does sound very similar to that. No shade at all.
Epic. But I mean, it still sounds cool. Like,
For sure. But I'm just saying, like, it does sound similar to those two albums.
Like we were saying before, every idea has to come from somewhere, but you can yoink and twist it.
Yeah, exact.
Oh shit! Yeah, I had no idea about that, but I will keep that in mind. Yeah.
Yeah, who cares? Like, I don't know if you know, but I don't know if you saw Moist Critical. He did an episode on like a adult diaper tier list. And then like people came after him because you're copying his idea because somebody else did it in the past, and it's like, and then he made a video about it. He's like, bro, what the fuck is this? Like, why can't, like, it doesn't matter. It's a fucking tier list. It's my opinion. I can't copy someone else's opinion because I'm doing the tier list. So like, it doesn't matter. Like, enough with this cancel culture shit.
I'm not saying it like that. I'm just saying, like, as long as you're not 100% ripping it off and you're taking ideas and twisting to your own, that's cool. Just that's all I'm saying. It just sounds similar to those two albums. That's all. It's no shade at all.
Yeah, I don't. I'm just playing devil's advocate for content.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, I think I haven't heard the Marilyn Manson one, but I definitely heard the other one. Forget the record, but I know the guitar player for some reason who played on the like, which Bowie album is it? Mark Ronson or Mick Ronson played all the guitars on that album. Yeah, now that I think about it, yeah, I probably like subconsciously took the tale from there. But anyway, there's time still to kind of fix things around.
Yeah, for sure. Like I was saying, like it's not like I'm shitting on you or anything. But I'm just saying it sounds similar to that. And like you said, you probably just you probably were thinking of it. But I'm sure you can pull something amazing. As I know John for a good while, and he's got a creative mind. He's gonna pull through.
Definitely, hands down.
I don't know if the Bowie album that I mentioned, I don't know if it's the Spiders from Mars one or if it's I don't think it's Diamond Dogs. I have a good feeling that it's either It's either the Spiders from Mars one or the one with the Life on Mars. I think it's one of those two.
It is that one, Mars. Spiders from Mars.
Boom! Knew
Ziggy
it.
Stardust.
I fucking knew it. I knew it. That was the first one I said to. Just thinking about it, it sucks that he's gone. Like that David Bowie's gone.
Yeah.
That was probably one of the most creative minds of like this from rock music. He didn't care about if people liked his experimentation. I mean, he went with it and it paid off. So it just proves that sometimes taking the risk is actually beneficial. And his last album too, I didn't get to listen to it, but there's one song, I forgot, it was some shitty rapper covered it poorly, but it's off his last album. I think it's called Lazarus. I mean, it's an emotional album. I mean, and it's just his last stages of death, so it makes it that much more gripping.
The thing with David Bowie is that not only is he good at writing songs, he's good at doing drugs.
He was amazing at that, bro.
Oh, man.
He was amazing at that. Most people from the 70s and 60s were perfect at that. Some of the people in the 80s, I don't know how they survived the cocaine and crack epidemic.
Fuck, man. Especially back then, man. A lot of people were doing all kinds of drugs and everything. Like, you look at Ozzy. Ozzy was, like, doing all kinds of drugs. Every drug. And you name a drug, oh my god, what the fuck is wrong? You name a drug, he's done it. Alright? Like, this man, like, how is his body not shut down yet from all the shit he's done? Like his immune system must be fucking amazing. I'm pretty sure he has the cure to COVID in his blood system with all the drugs and antibodies he's built up over the years.
I heard a story that Lemmy Kilmister from Motorhead, he was going to get a blood transfusion, but they told him that they couldn't do it because his blood was so tainted from all the drugs and alcohol that clean blood would kill him. It would just defeat all all the white blood cells and whatever. It would kill him. That's an immune system, bro.
So maybe doing all those drugs has its benefits, but at what cost? I've won, but at what cost?
Yeah. Yo, I was sad we never got to see Ozzy.
Oh man, yo, that was so stupid, man. I got those tickets to go see him for my birthday 2 years ago now, and then COVID hit because we were supposed to go see him June of last year, right? And then COVID hit, and then it got postponed to this year, but then they just canceled it afterwards because it's like, okay, here's your money back. It's probably not going to happen. Ozzy just wants to retire. And,
well, he was developing Parkinson's too, right? Was that also a factor?
He fell down some stairs. There's all kinds of shit that happened with him.
I don't want to be negative, but I don't know if he's going to survive this decade. I mean, he's been through a lot.
Yeah. Yeah, you know what sucks about artists surviving for a long time? Like, I had this stupid weird thought that we're gonna fucking outlive all these artists because they're all 40 years older than we are, 30, 40 years older than we are. And
even more. Ozzy's in his 70s. Yeah. Christ.
Yeah, they're gonna not be with us anymore by the time we're adults, by the time we're 30, 40, and we're gonna see, oh man, who was that? And then you're gonna have our kids saying, oh, who was that? And then it's this whole process just repeats. Because I know my dad and my mom, they do that a lot. It's somebody passes away and I'm like, who is that? And they're like, oh, we grew up with him, all these things. And then they start listing off some stories of oh yeah, he did this thing and this thing. And now it's I can't help but feeling the same thing when we get to that age and then we talk about all these artists. that are gonna like start passing away to like our kids, and it's gonna be like really sad. I had that thought like a few days ago. I was like, damn, that's gonna suck.
That's why we need to start making legends now. Like, we can't just force them out. It needs to come naturally. But, like, that's the thing. I don't know in the next 40 years or 40 to 50 years who, at least in the rock world, and I can't name you a lot of people that are gonna be seen as legends. Like, maybe it's just because I listen to a lot of just underground stuff, and I support the underground a lot, so I usually don't listen to huge like mainstream bands. But even when I do, like, I don't see them being like the next
Metallica.
Like, they were big. There's not gonna be. I feel like there's not gonna be the next Metallica, the next Slayer, the next Sabbath. Like, especially that.
Yeah. Which kind of sucks because nowadays everybody can record everything from their home, and like everybody's a solo artist. There's bands, but like especially with COVID now, it's gearing more and more towards the solo artist. Like, you look at the Billboard Top 10, it's the Top 100 or whatever. It's all solo artists. Like, there's not one like group of 4 or group of 3 that are in a band that are on that list. Like, it's
I'm sure there are, but not many for sure.
Yeah, but it's not popular anymore to be in a band. It's all solo artists. You look, there's Ariana Grande. It's one person. You look at the person who did the driver's license thing. That's one person.
That song is huge.
Yeah, like, it's been #1 for like a long time now. And then you look, Jonathan Mateo. That's one person. And
Yo, guys, off topic. Sorry, but Usman just sent me a version of the film that we shot, so I'm gonna be uploading it soon.
Yo.
All right. Bye bye.
Yo, I can't wait.
Oh yeah, dude. Do you think you'll use any bits in your rock opera movie? Like, I don't know if you can even salvage any bits to use, but do you think there could be a possibility in the? Because it's very different from like when you said like Alien joining a rock band and then a horror movie with a guy in a gas mask killing people. I don't know how you could incorporate that, but do you think you could?
I think it's two very different ideas, but I guess we'll hear what he has to say. But I think not, because it's two different projects.
Yeah, true.
Right?
On the topic of like one-man bands, do you know? Oh,
Wait. Wait. What's the question?
Like, do you think you could use any parts of that trailer or that movie that Usman sent you into your short film that you want to make? Like, do you think you could use clips from there inside your movie? Or is that just like it's two different ideas? I like how he answered like, wait, what was your question?
Oh, man.
Oh, yeah. No, because they're like very different things. So
Yeah, they're two different things. That's what I said. It's like it's two different. It's an alien opera, and then you have a gas mask serial killer.
Movie. Yeah, never mind. Don't listen to that stupid question.
Yeah.
But do you know any good one-man bands?
Rob Scallon.
Yeah, he's a talented guy. He's probably my favorite like YouTube musician.
Yeah. Like, he's especially for instrumental music stuff. Like, he's up there, like, for sure. Like,
he uses a lot of 8-string guitars, 9 strings, and he goes off on them, and it's amazing.
Yeah, that's really cool. He has a lot of acoustic stuff. He has like metal stuff, like hardcore shit. He's got like he's got a bit of everything. He's got like covers. He's got like challenge videos of like, okay, 1 fret song, making a song with every single note. He's got like all kinds of shit, man. That's like.
Did
alright.
you see the one where he makes a song using every single fret and every single string on the board?
Yeah, and then you see like in the video like the whole fretboard, and it's like okay, check. We use this note. As the video progresses. It's pretty cool.
And at the end, he plays the highest string and bing.
Yeah, it was pretty funny.
Oh man, that brings me down memory lane. I remember watching his YouTube videos. Oh wow,
Yeah.
I'm glad you actually brought that up.
Yeah. I mean, he did a cover of one of his songs, but there's like a girl drummer that's like doing the song with him, and they're in like a laundry machine place, like a
The
public
laundromat?
Laundromat, yeah. Thank you. It's because in the original song, he recorded the song on his laundry machine. So that's why they're in that place. And then he called like his friend that's a drummer, and then he added drums to it, and it sounds like really cool.
Yeah, that's cool.
Yeah.
I don't know many one-man bands. I got 3 off my mind, probably 3 or 4. I'm just gonna say like 2 of like my favorite ones. It seems like in black metal, there's a lot of one-man bands, and one of my favorite ones is a band called Sadness, and it's a mixture of black metal and shoegaze. And let me tell you, there was one time, because I was working at the high school at like till 1 a.m. right?
Oh my god.
And and that's like the perfect time since I'm driving from that school back home in the middle of the night. It's just something about the night. It brings out the most, like, I find like it brings out the most emotion and the most it makes it feel atmospheric. So I played this album. It's called Leave by Sadness, and oh my god, dude. It's hair raising at some point. There's a song off that album called "Te Ami," and wow, like the pianos, it sounds very lush, and it brings out a lot of emotion, especially because it's in the black metal has so many categories, and there's one called DSBM, which is like depressive suicidal black metal, and usually it just sounds like raw music. Just very raw production, but this sounds lush. It sounds, I don't know, the best way I can describe it sounds very lush, but it sounds evil at the same time.
What's it called?
It's called Leave by Sadness. And a lot of ambience too, and a lot of pretty parts, a lot of buzzsaw guitars at some points, and a lot of ambience. Some of the songs are like 13, 25 minutes.
Oh jeez, yeah. I was like, can we play a song? Okay, cool.
They're like 8-minute songs.
Here's the song. Oh my god, this song's so long. Holy shit.
Yeah, we'll play it another time maybe.
Alright, let's listen to a little snippet. Like I'm just gonna
go to like the middle of it.
Yeah, so I'm gonna
play it for like good 30 seconds.
So yeah, very very ambient. Like there's a
very very.
like metal parts in the middle. It gets like really like I can see what you're saying with the pianos and stuff. Like it sounds pretty cool.
And it is. I was driving under. I don't know what. It's on the 25. It's the 25 or on Highway 20. There's like a tunnel that goes underwater to go onto the other side because this school is on the south shore, so I have to cross this tunnel. And I was the only person in that tunnel, and I was playing that album. I think the last song in the middle, and I mean it made the hair on my fucking arms raise. I mean it's so gorgeous, but it's a downer of a song.
It's called the black metal from the USA.
And then the only other like one man band that I like is this one. It's another black metal band, but it sounds evil. It's called the band's called Leviathan. It's by a guy named I think Jeff Whitehead. I learned about this band because Vice has this like 3-part documentary called One Man Metal. And it's all like these depressive, suicidal black metal bands. And Leviathan, I believe, was the first one. And I've mainly heard the first album, which is honestly the best. A lot of people consider it the best. It's called The 10th Sublevel of Suicide, and it's raw. I mean, sometimes sounds more raw than like the second wave Norwegian black metal scene, and they like to make their music raw. This music's just fucking sinister. I mean, it just sounds like buzzsaws the whole time. But it brings out these anguished vocals. I mean, it's intense, and it's one of the few like American black metal bands that I actually really fucking enjoy. So, I mean, that's the only one-man metal bands like that. The two of them that I really enjoy.
What do you know a specific song from that album?
I don't even know if you want to play that because holy shit, it just sounds like buzzsaws. But if I can think of one, play the beginning of it's called The Idiot's Son.
The Idiot's Son.
Play the first one. The vocals that are amazing.
Okay, here it is.
Yeah, so that was just a little snippet. I mean, you could hear how raw that was. That sounded like buzzsaws.
I mean, it sounds pretty good, man. I like that. That's just pretty nice.
The last song, I think it's the title track. It's like a 15-minute song. I think the last 5 minutes are just ambience. You should watch that documentary. It's called One Man Metal. It gets dark, dude. It gets dark at the end. Like I think towards the third.
One Man Metal. Here it is. This is part 1 of 3. 1.1 million views. Look at that.
Yeah, dude. They show Leviathan, Zaxter, which is another one-man band, and Streborg.
Cool.
But
Dan just uploaded the Prisoner of War. Usman.
Oh, you posted it, John. Fuck yeah.
Yeah. It's 1 minute and 19 seconds.
Oh, sweet. Well, I'm gonna watch it after this for sure.
Oh my god. Do you want to just do it now? You want to hear the audio only version?
Well, I'll watch it after just because Here, what does John say?
Yeah, it's kind of like a super cut of it. It's not it's definitely not everything that we shot, but that's what he sent me, so.
Cool.
Well, how much filler do you think we filmed? Like, honest?
I mean, there was that part at the end where, like, you had to spill something. Do you remember that?
Yo, I remember. I think I laughed and we had to restart that.
Yeah, it was pretty funny. I don't think that made it. It doesn't look like it.
No, but that was the funniest part.
Yeah.
I would honestly love to put everything that we shot in, even if it's like a meme,
Yeah,
just so that it's in time and it's there forever.
Yeah, man, definitely. I'm all about the preservation of stuff, and I feel like that would be pretty funny to look back on in a few years.
Well, I actually have a picture of you and John on the couch eating pizza from that day.
Really?
I'll try finding it, but yeah, I'm pretty sure I fucking have that picture. I'll post it on Instagram.
You'll post it? Okay.
Yeah, I'll post it after. Well, here's fuck. Well, there goes my question. Oh, here.
I'm gonna ask him actually if he wants to send the full thing, and like I could do all the work. I really don't care, but I could do like kind of like a rough idea, I guess, of what the video would have been, and if he sends me it, I'll try to find clips that like we're all like, I guess, in it. So, but yeah.
Yeah, you could do like a Zack Snyder cut and make it 4 hours and 1 minute, and I can just release the whole thing. No cuts, no nothing, just all the.
You know what was the best thing about that not documentary, about that movie?
Which one?
The one with Usman. You know what was the best part? When John was doing the Minecraft death sound. Ooh. I don't know if you remember that, John.
Oh my god, dude, that was fucking funny, man.
Oh, dude, I was laughing so hard.
Oh my god.
Well, here's my question, and this is for you and for John.
Okay.
What do you guys think was the best decade for music?
I have no recollection of that.
What do you mean? Bro, you're legit just doing the whole time. It was the funniest thing.
That's not Minecraft though. That's Roblox. I think that's the Roblox death sound.
Oh, it was the Roblox or the Minecraft one?
No, it's not Minecraft. It was the Roblox.
Okay, but he for sure kept doing. Oh, I know that 100%.
Yeah. Yeah, but as for like the best like decade of music,
from the start of it till like 90 to 99, like that's what I consider like a full decade.
Yeah. I mean, you definitely have to go with the either the 80s or the 90s, like the time when Michael Jackson was like coming up, and the time where like the thrash metal was like kind of peaking, you know, where like Master of Puppets came out, like that whole decade or that whole era of like music. I say it's probably the best one.
Oh, dude, that's a strong contender. 80s metal, like if we're not talking about like hair metal, because I'm just not a fan of that. A lot of fucking legendary bands came out that decade.
Yeah. Definitely.
John, what would you say was the best decade for music, and why would you say it's that one? Let us know.
Thank you. Good night.
Sexy. Yum yum.
Just screaming into the void of the internet.
The idiot son.
You can actually see like the viewers.
Well, if I know it says there's one listener, and that's our
it's
best
just
buddy,
John.
John.
Yeah. The more live listeners you have, the higher up stereo will boost your show.
All right, stereo. Oh no, John left.
No, but I noticed that like he leaves. I think because to record the message, like it dips out.
Oh, okay.
Yeah,
Okay.
or something. Or maybe he's like uploading shit on YouTube. I don't know.
Well, hopefully he comes back.
Yeah. Share the show.
Yeah, I honestly 80s. I'm probably gonna have to say no. Oh, okay.
The best decade for me would be the mid 70s to late 70s, just like a 5-year stint. If not, I'd say the 80s in all. But back then it was like so much shit was coming out. So many like fucking like all the rock bands were like doing things that weren't being done before. They were experimenting with like how long a song should be. They were experimenting with everything, and I think without that, I think all the rock music that came out afterwards just wouldn't have been the same. So I'd say the mid 70s, man. You know, you got the birth of hard rock, heavy rock, jazz rock, fusion stuff was happening. And that's it. That's it, man. That's it.
That's it. Epic take.
That's actually I wasn't even thinking about the 70s. I mean, I think two of my favorite albums from the 70s was Sabbath, Bloody Sabbath by obviously Black Sabbath, and I don't know if you know them. They're from the UK. They're a band called maybe John knows them. They're a band called Hawkwind. There's an album called In Search of Space. That sounds like it's some pretty great stuff, man. It sounds very spacey with a lot of synthesizers that are using it. The first song, it's like 15 minutes. It's a banger.
Oh, yeah. Hawkwind. That was with Lemmy there. He did a few records with him.
Yeah, okay, so John knows his shit.
What's it called? Master of the Universe?
Wait, what?
What's it called, the album?
It's called In Search of Space. It's their debut, I believe.
Cool.
Yeah, no, that's a good one. Especially a lot of prog bands, like a lot of their whatchamacallit, they peak especially in the 70s. I mean, you had Rush starting, you had Yes, you had Genesis.
Yeah. Do you want me to play a bit from In Search of Space?
Yeah, go to like I guess like the middle part of the first song. Play like the first 30 seconds if you want.
Okay.
Let's do this. Yes.
That sounds pretty cool. With, like a bunch of
It is.
trumpets
I
and
know.
shit. Yo, my arm was in like around my laptop. I'm like holding the phone at an angle. And like, I'm like, okay, sounds good. Don't move.
Oh, dude, like at one point, like it sounded like really good. I even heard the backing guitars.
Wow, that's good. Yeah, it literally needs to be like right in the freaking speaker. So like, I need to find like some books or something to like stack it up or some shit.
What
So,
I do whenever like I try to film something, I stack a bunch of books together and I use that as like a quote unquote tripod. Try
yeah,
using it as like a microphone stand with like a boom or something.
yeah, or something. I'm trying to do that instead of like being super uncomfortable. So I want to try another song just to see how it sounds, just to see if it's gonna sound good. Okay, I stacked a bunch of books right where the position where it was last time. So let's play another song. Let's see if it's good. All right, let's play some Black Bubblegum.
By the Dillinger Escape Plan.
Yeah.
This is a personal favorite.
Is Black Bubblegum the artist or the song?
Black Bubblegum is the song off of their album Ironworks.
Okay, cool. All right.
Dillinger Escape Plan is the band. Fun fact: when asked about who are some of the best artists out nowadays, Lars Ulrich was asked that, and he said the Dillinger Escape Plan. So that's a big
Really?
shout out. I swear to God.
Holy shit, that's pretty cool. All right, let's listen to some right now on.
Gives us a chance to let our throat relax.
Fuck.
I just heard you say fuck.
It was fucking loud.
When like the drums it went full force and the singing happened, it started out good. It started out good, the music quality.
All right. All right. Epic.
Dude, I fucking love that song.
Yeah, that's a good fucking song, man.
That's from like 2003, I think. They've been around since the late 90s, and they changed singer. They do a lot of they did a lot of experimental shit. They actually broke up a few. Dude, I had the chance of seeing them and I didn't, and I feel stupid for that.
No.
I know, man, and I used to listen to them quite a bit. The first time I got introduced to them actually was from Guitar Hero. They have a song called "Setting Fire to Sleeping Giants." And it sounds jazzy towards the end, and then just all mathcore and just skronky, hard vocals. They're good, man.
Mathcore. 1 + 2 snare drums.
The singer of like the last singer, he was crazy on stage. He used to jump on people's heads and run into the crowd.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, I mean, what else? I remember in a closed area, he started spraying a fire hydrant. He performs bleeding, like he's crazy, but he seems like a cool guy.
Oh, yeah, he's so cool. Yeah, I'm just gonna fucking like bleed on stage and fucking like go fucking crazy. I mean, more power to him, man. If the fucking
the crowd loves it though. Like they go insane. If actually, that singer, his name's Greg. He's in a band with Max Cavalera that used to be in Sepultura. Now he's in Soulfly and the Cavalera Conspiracy, and 2 of the guys from Mastodon. They have a super group called what's it called? Killer Be Killed. Yeah.
cool.
Yeah, and it's actually pretty. I think they released a new project like recently, and they've been inactive for like years.
Wow. Holy shit, dude! That sounds like really fucking cool. You have to like that has to be an episode we have to do it. Like, you just gotta show me. All right, this is every single genre ever. This is part 1. This is part 2 because there's like 400.
Yeah, there's some genres that I don't even think I would know.
No,
I know you said that.
you know.
I know you said that drone metal you're not a fan of when I played that body song, "A Pain of Knowing."
Yeah, that was just white noise. Like, bro, it can't have that. There's no melody. There's no nothing. You're just like radio noise. Like, what the hell is that?
It's not. It's kind of. I don't know if. Well, this actually brings me to another topic. It's kind of just like ambient music. It's made to be in the background, it's like atmospheric.
Okay,
And
it's like white noise.
Yeah, it's just supposed to be like, it's supposed to make you feel like you're in an ethereal area, like bring you to a new planet. That's the best way I describe ambient music. It brings out a lot of atmosphere. And my question is, this is for you and John. I know John listens to fucking anything, but what's a genre that, like, other than rock and metal, that you actually like, that you enjoy listening to?
Universal Chakra Alignment Services.
I know exactly what that is too. John's projects. Because for me, it's other than like rap and hip hop, ambient music. I actually really enjoy that. During the summer of 2016, I started getting into all these bands and different genres. I started listening to what was it? I was listening to like Godflesh, I Hate God, but then I was listening to industrial music like Throbbing Gristle and a bit of Skinny Puppy. I was never really got into them, which are from Vancouver. And then ambient music, just lying outside in the patio during the summer, just playing ambient music. It brings you into a vibe, man. I like the atmosphere, especially.
I mean, I get this for like, ethereal landscape of what you were saying before. So I guess it's just like, okay, you can like kind of fall asleep to it, because I guess it's good for people with like tinnitus and shit, because like, you can just have it in the background and it'll like drown out the tinnitus or some shit.
Yeah.
I like everything hair metal, some. I love jazz rock, like
Nipple metal.
fucking throw a dart, man. I like Yes, King Crimson, those kinds of bands. Holdsworth, Aldi Meola, and some. I like some of like harsh noise wall stuff. Sometimes it helps me when I'm in bed and I can't fall asleep. Go on YouTube, listen, and harsh noise helps me go to bed, and it's cool. Like all the artwork is always cool, but that's kind of where my brain's been at. But then again, I do enjoy everything. So
John is a very open-minded person when it comes to. I know for sure musically, very open-minded.
Definitely. I definitely agree. That's a dream.
It's funny. There's a few noise artists that I like. I'm not sure like what harsh noise, like what's different to from like just normal noise. Because something like there's different genres of noise too. There's like power electronics, like you said. There's harsh noise. Then there's Jap noise, which is like from like Japanese artists. Those are the best ones. There's Merzbow, which has done collaborations with like bands that I enjoy, like Boris and Full of Hell. But yeah, Merzbow is a fucking trip. That's not easy to get into. What's actually a band that like it's actually what's something that you listen to that's like shit, like it's not the easiest thing to fucking listen to. I know for me it's like most of the bands I listen to, most people would fucking think that.
Nickelback.
Oh yeah, they have a few. You know what? I'm gonna give them some credit. They have a few good songs. Like "This Is How You Remind Me" actually bops.
Yeah. Like you have to be in the mood for it, you know. But sometimes it's like it's hard to listen to, but it's on the radio, and you're just like, all right, I guess I'll listen to it. But
yeah, I wouldn't go out of my way.
Yeah, you don't go searching for it. But if it plays, you're like, okay, I guess I'll listen to.
I think the hardest band I've...
It's a rock star.
Look at this photograph. I love the memes that came out from that. Look at this graph.
Every time I shit.
I think there's this band called... there's a band called... Well, it almost feels like a one-man band, but I'm not sure how many members are in it. It's called yeah, definitely. No, but it's called Gnaw Their Tongues, and man, it's hard to get into. Gnaw, like when you gnaw on something, like chew, GNAW.
So, I mean, I know what harsh noise is. It kind of all depends. Some noise people like to incorporate a bunch of different things into their sound. So sometimes it's more of like an ambient sound and there's a synth line in and it kind of makes a bit of sense. And then there's like the harsh noise guys, which it's basically just like a wall of sound. And it objectively just sounds like shit. Yeah. And then there's like, I don't know. It's kind of endless. So.
Yeah, you can go on forever and forever, I guess, with that kind of stuff, man. Yo, we need to get fucking John in like a fucking group call, because like the stereo shit is only like works two ways. We have to look into the other app that you sent me. It was like that it works with Spotify, yeah, that it works with Spotify and you can play music like that. But is that only two people or not? I don't know. We'll look into it later. But
we'll look into it later for sure, because it's harder because we move on to different subjects and he's already explaining like one thing that's like past. That's the thing that fucking sucks about it. But I don't mind revisiting, obviously.
Yeah. Yeah, for sure.
But so this band, Gnaw Their Tongues, it's like it sounds like an industrial black metal
nihilism
band.
up and burning.
What's that?
That's one of their songs. Nihilism Tied Up and Burning. Genocidal Majesty, full album. Wreaking pain
There-
and flickering. Abyss of
No.
longing throats.
I bought one. I think it's called an Epitaph of Blood and Vomit, bro.
Oh my God.
It's hard to get into. I mean, it's the album cover and the album art in general. It's very disturbing. Like even for me, I'll say it's uncomfortable. It's a lot of like torture and bondage imagery.
Yeah,
That's
I can
just,
see that.
and then with crazy fucking just loud torturous music. Yeah, it's tough. Like I appreciate it, but it's not something I can listen to like it's
All right,
it's Metallica.
let's listen to a nice little clip to see what the heck you're talking about.
Oh yeah, good luck not wanting to make your ears bleed.
I'm gonna put 10 seconds, and then if I don't like it, I'm fucking immediately clicking X on the window.
I promise you will.
Right, here we go.
So you put the bag over his head and tied it, and he did not die right away. Can you tell me what happened in regards to Joseph?
He moved over real quick like, and I think tore a hole in the bag, and I could tell that he was having some problems there. But at that time, the whole family just went, they went panicked on me, so I worked pretty quick. I got
What did
Mrs.
you worked pretty quick?
Well, I mean, I strangled Mrs. Otero, and she went out, or passed out. I thought she was dead. She passed out. And I strangled Josephine. She passed out, or I thought. And then, if I remember right,
Yeah, it's fucking scary.
Yeah, like
Yeah,
it's dark.
Like, it's fucking giving me horror movie vibe. Like, I'm not a fan of horror
Yo,
movies.
especially with the sample talking about how he killed especially.
Yeah, I'm not a fan of that.
I can't listen. I feel like when I'm in like a very dark mood, that's when I can listen to stuff like that. It's not something I can pop in every day.
Ugh. Give me
Plus,
fucking.
I don't want people to think that I'm a fucking serial killer. You know what I mean? Like,
yeah. I know what you mean, man. It's fucking it's cool. Anyways, you wanna do one song again?
yeah.
Let's do a
Like,
funny song.
is there one that you want more than others, or?
Let's do a funny one to bring the mood back up, because that was fucking depressing.
Yeah, we talked about depressive suicidal black metal bands gnaw their tongues like shit. Yeah,
Right.
you know what? Do the you got the Slayer and the Metallica and the Megadeth polka ones, right?
Yeah, that's what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna do the Slayer, the Raining Blood, the jazz version. So
Yeah, lighten up the mood a little.
let's do that, and then we'll talk for a bit, and then we'll end it for tonight.
Yeah, for sure.
Yeah, and then we'll like recap like what we did. But
Bleeding its horror, creating my structure. Now I shall rain in blood.
Did I heard you laughing on the other line? That was amazing.
So Johnson just said that like my guitar looks like he's not out of the music, like he's beatboxing.
Dude, it's so fucking funny, dude.
What's this?
So you said you wanted to end it. You wanted to end it at like 10:15, right? And then we'll recap.
Yeah, we'll go for another like 10 minutes and then we'll end it. Yeah. But
all right. Do you have any questions that you want to ask?
for me,
Yeah.
I mean, no, not really. I mean, I just wanted to make sure like everything like sounds like okay and everything sounds good. It just like this app is like not the best for playing music, but I'm glad I found a way to play the music like properly so that it's okay. It sounds half decent. At least like
Yeah,
it sounds good, right? Like you can hear everything, or does it get quiet?
I mean, it cuts out sometimes, but like that last song, the jazz version that you played, I mean, it was coming out pretty clear for a phone being put next to a speaker. It's coming out pretty clear.
Nice. Okay, good.
I'm just curious about that other app, since you can play it off Spotify, if how that's gonna play much better.
Yeah, it's probably better. But the thing is, like we can't play like the music like that we kind of want. Like we'll have to like reorganize our playlist and stuff and like start from scratch again. Like we can't play Blister Sister stuff on Spotify.
I know
Like,
that's the
there's
only.
a few Bone Sex songs that are on Spotify, like Aesthetic Neat and stuff. Like that's and then he has the anthology, which is like 3 hours.
Oh shit! Is it one song that's 3 hours?
Yeah, it's literally you just put a bunch of songs and it's like you play it as one song and the song is like, okay, I'm gonna restart. Like the playlist, it's like a YouTube video on Spotify, so it's a full hour and whatever an hour and a half. I don't know, forget how long it is, but I know it's long. And it's a bunch of songs in that one song that you press play on Spotify.
So yeah, that's the thing. Like, we can definitely play some. What is it called? Lip what? What was some of the bands that you said that
Like
some of John's things that are on Spotify?
Yeah, like you can't play John's music and stuff because it's all on YouTube, right? So if we go on Spotify, that's the other thing. Like we can't.
I know that.
The only thing that we can play is like Bath Salt Zombies and like Mercury Messiah, because they have songs on Spotify, but everything else that's like local, like the local shit that I have on the playlist, like it's not really on Spotify from what I remember.
I know, and as much music as there is on Spotify, not everything's there.
Yeah.
So, but
I feel like we can. If we could directly play stuff from like Bandcamp, like that would be free. That would be good. Like if we could do that,
that would be amazing. The only thing though with Bandcamp is some of the bands are part of actual labels, so I'm not sure what the copyright would be like that.
yeah. Like we'd have to look it up like on YouTube just to see okay, is it copyright claimed at the bottom, and then if it's not, then I guess we'll be good. But like that's the only advantage to doing it this way is that like we can play the music that we want. So I guess we have to see, okay, what do we want to do more? Do we want to do more podcast or more music? And then, because if it's more podcast oriented, then I think the other app would be better, or we could record it, or I don't know. We have to talk about it a bit more.
Yeah, well, like I said, after I'm gonna, like I texted you, I'm gonna download it after, toy with it, and see how it is.
Yeah, just to compare. Like we'll probably go on do a live thing. If it's live, I don't know how it works that one.
I don't know.
But we'll probably, if it's a live thing, then we'll do same time next week on that one.
Mm-hmm.
And we'll see what's up.
The one thing that is good about that is that if you can link shit to Spotify, I think that would eliminate the copyright thing.
Yeah, I think so too. But I don't know if you need the premium or not. If it's premium, then like you're gonna have to do the DJ stuff because I don't have premium.
Yeah, that's there's not total access, but I mean, maybe we get to play Metallica without copyright claims. You know?
No, I don't really want to play like mainstream stuff. Like I'm good with like giving like lower underground stuff. Like I feel like that's good.
I was gonna say, like, obviously, like bands that have like 100,000 views, that's not exactly the most mainstream. But I was actually gonna say, like, can we actually play more underground stuff?
Yeah, for sure. I'm leaning definitely more towards the underground stuff than the mainstream stuff. Just because like the mainstream doesn't need the extra view. You know, they're already mainstream enough. Like we don't need to play it.
Yeah, like I'd be down.
But like
some of the bands that I put on our playlist, like Converge or Heaven in Her Arms or Sheva, I'd be down just to play like those type. Like even if people know them, like a lot of people know Converge. Yeah. They're not like they're super big in the underground, not the mainstream. So I'd be down to just to give the little guys a boost a bit.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, I feel like that's good.
Yeah, but that all depends if it's actually a good app. If it's just shit, then fuck it. But
yeah, definitely. All right, yo, John, did you have any last burning questions?
Yeah, do you have any questions for us or anything?
Any feedback would be good. Like, how was it on your end? Like, that would be good to know.
Yeah, just so we can bring it to we can bring that knowledge with us for the next time we actually do it.
Yeah.
Oh, let's hear it.
No questions really, but this podcast is fucking fun, and I'm gonna be here every Friday. That's for sure. So.
Oh man.
Let's rock.
Let's rock, boy! Yeah. Thanks, man.
Dude.
Appreciate
hey,
that.
yo, man. Thanks for actually supporting this shit ass podcast.
Yeah.
No, dude, it really means the world to me that you were able to come on, dude. And we miss you a bunch. Once quarantine and COVID's done, let's fucking jam. Let's jam together.
Yeah, yo, Justin's like been fucking around. Like the last time he came over, like he played bass, and like we in high school we made like a song together, and like I taught him this riff, and like he still remembers it. He came over and then he played it, and I was like, oh shit, you still remember the riff? So like that'd be fucking cool if like we could all jam and like we could like actually make like a cool song out of it.
Well, for the longest time, I wanted to start like a hardcore power violence band called Neanderthal Extinction.
What the fuck? That's so specific.
Like I wanted like my first album to be like all prehistoric themed and have like stuff like rotten mammoth flesh and Neanderthal stomach, like some title like that. It's like a minute and a half of just pure chaos. That would be awesome.
Oh my God. You're fucking funny. Yeah.
I know, that's so specific too, man.
That's why it's fucking funny.
I know, it's so out of the blue too.
Yo, that would be sick. We should do something where we meet one day, we jam, but we have like we need to record a song in a day, one jam, and we just all see what happens on the spot, and we'll try it and do it. Just all the parts, the drums, bass, guitars, and whoever wants to sing on it, will do it. Like, we'll actually do it. I'm able to do it with a phone and a microphone. Just one microphone that I'll probably have to ask someone I know that I could use it for, but I think we should do that.
Yo,
That sounds good.
Yeah, I'm so down for that. Speaking of microphones, I was looking into getting a better microphone to record my drums, and I saw this YouTube video of a guy recording with not a Blue Yeti, but it was like a $50 mic, and it was just one microphone, and he recorded every instrument with it. He recorded. Whoa. So basically, how he recorded the guitars, he put the amp in a closet, and he left the microphone in the closet, and then that's it. There was just the amp in the closet. He was outside of the closet, and he was playing, right? And it sounded really cool. I was like, damn, that sounds pretty cool. And then with the drums, like, for the quality of the mic, he put the microphone in the middle, like on top, like hovering over the bass and like close to the snare, and like it sounded pretty good for a $50 mic. So like I'm looking, because I have money that I made from Fiverr, and I think I have exactly $50 on it that I made from doing drumming stuff on Fiverr. And I think I'm actually gonna like try to like record like just with that microphone.
Is it like a cheap microphone? Like,
I mean, I saw the guy's YouTube video that he did it on, and like I was like, yo, this sounds pretty good. Like I'll share it with you.
Okay.
If I can find it somewhere. But it sounded pretty good. I was like, damn.
Well, I'd be down for John's idea where we all jam, but we gotta make a song in one sitting.
Yeah. In 1 hour, like we pull a Rob Scallon and like album in a day, and then you
boom,
like
Neanderthal extinction is born.
Neanderthal extinction. Bro, do you know how the art would look like? Did you have like a concept design? Because I remember you used to draw like albums and shit like in high school. Like,
yeah, it's true. I still have one of them where it's like a guy that's being split. He's ripping himself apart. It's actually really brutal. What I would imagine that would look like would be like ancient like drawings of a cavemen violence, probably that, or maybe like a picture of like a prehistoric like a Neanderthal the skull. Like I feel like that.
Yeah.
Yeah,
I'm
down for it.
Yeah, I mean that sounds fucking cool. Like he's fucking ripping himself like open and shit. But
I'll try to find the photo after.
Yeah, I sent you both the link of what I was talking about with like he just recorded with one microphone.
The snowball mics. Yeah, those are like little cheap mics too.
Yeah, and I was like, bro, this is like freaking cool.
Yeah.
Like if like he can do that and it sounds that good, I'm like, okay, what's stopping me from doing that? So
exactly, man. Like don't let like your creative mind like that spark go out. That's the big thing. Like that's definitely one thing. Like I've let my creative spark go out. Like I used to draw all the time, so I regret that.
Yeah. Well, now you have more time, so you can do it now.
Yeah, thank God.
Because you don't have any like homework and shit that you gotta do. So
thank God.
But
all right. Any other closing remarks before?
Final thoughts.
This was fun.
And be kind. Thanks for tuning in. All right.
And thank you our first guest ever, Jonathan motherfucking Mateo.
First podcast done in the bag. Let's fucking get it.
Yeah. Tune us out with that Polaris.
All right. Thanks for sticking with us, boys. And we'll see you next week.
Sweet good night.